Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my November wrap up, kind of a like what I'm currently reading, what I finished, what I'm about to start reading, etc, etc. Basically just talking about books as always. So let me go through the books that I finished this month / since my last currently reading video. I didn't finish that many books, but I still wanted to do one because I'm about to start my end of the year series, which means I will be posting every 2 videos every 2 days, and I'm not sure how much currently reading videos I will be able to post, possibly like 1 at the end of the month. So I still wanted to keep you, posted on the ones I'm currently reading. So the 2 that I did finish, actually, let me start with the one that I DNF'd, which I haven't DNF'd a book in a while, especially this early, but I just wanted to mention it just because I'm curious to see if any of you tried to read it and how they felt about it, because I could not get into it. I DNF'd it after 13%. I never do that, especially like mentioning it afterwards. Wow, can you hear this? My washer is like so noisy. So I attempted to listen to the audiobook Watching You by Lisa Jewell, which now, did I read anything else by her? Because I feel like I've heard her name. But this is supposed to be like a mystery thriller, like everyone looks kind of suspicious. They're suspicious there's been a murder, and everyone is a little creepy. But for some reason, it really rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm not saying, sometimes like, oh, it's creepy, so it's like, oh, I'm getting like feels for that. No, it was just like, I don't know why the French always comes out when I say that. There were already so many characters from the beginning, and it just like stereotypes, and just like I just could not connect. So again, if you have read it, please let me know if you thought it was worth it or not, because I don't think I will be picking it up, and I just wanted to mention it because, again, that never happens, that I have such a strong reaction so quickly. Anyway, okay, so I was looking up this author, Lisa Jewell, because I was like, I feel like I've read something else by her, and I did. I read Then She Was Gone, and I could not finish it. So I guess that's a sign that I need to not read anything else, because that's 2 books that I started by the same author and did not finish. So noted. Next one I did finish, it was The Most Fun We Ever Had by Claire Lombardo. This is a literary fiction, family saga, multi-generational, blah, blah, blah family story. You have 2 parents who have 4 daughters, and it is an incredibly depressing and long book. I am gonna have to talk about this more in details in my wrap up for my Goodreads reading challenge coming up, but I push myself to read more literary fiction because of the reading challenge / even though a lot of them I'm kind of indifferent, once in a while I find one that I absolutely love, so I find it worth it, to go through them. And this one has been like everywhere for so long, and I was on the waiting list at my library forever, and I went with the audiobook because the waiting list was shorter, and I still had to wait like 6 months. This is ridiculously long, like ridiculously long. The audiobook was 20.5 hours, and I can't lie, I was bored and pretty depressed while listening to it. Honestly, don't really recommend it if you are not having a great time at the moment. I'm doing great, but like the change of weather and everything, it's starting to affect me. And I was just not enjoying myself. I often will listen to audiobooks in the shower while getting ready in the morning, and I was pretty much avoiding listening to it. That's usually how I go through audiobooks at a decent pace. I will listen to them in the shower, getting ready, walking and everything, and I would just not do it because I didn't want to listen to that one, which is never a good sign. But yeah, it's 20.5 hours. I would try to listen to it as like 1.5 speed, and it was still kind of boring. I really wanted to like it, and I didn't give it a rating on Goodreads because part of me kind of wants to give it 3 stars, but not really. It's one of those books that I felt like I had to like, even though I didn't. But yeah, I feel like I've seen it everywhere, so I kind of felt like I was almost forced to like it, and I don't really. So yeah, it's probably a 2.5 stars, maybe, just because I feel like I have to. But yeah, I can't see myself recommending it. It's not something I will be thinking about, in a month, really. So I feel like I can kind of give myself the check. I did it, but meh. Now, let's go through the ones I'm currently reading / listening to. I am so far very much enjoying myself listening to Dear Wife by Kimberly Bell, which is a mystery thriller, I think. And it's one of those where you can't help but have Gone Girl feels. Just gonna say it. I feel like no matter what it's gonna happen when there's a husband and a wife. The wife basically runs away from her, what we think is an abusive husband. We don't know if it's true or not, right? There's like always that doubt. And then him being accused of murdering her, and like, you don't know basically who's the villain, maybe both. Again, you kind of see what I mean by Gone Girl feels. But I'm listening to it as an audiobook, and it's flying by probably so much because I just survived the other one. But really, the female narrator, she's so good. You know, some people just have the voice for it, and she really, really does. So it's a fairly short audiobook. I think it's only like 8 and something hours, maybe 9 hours. But I'm 66% into it, so I have no doubt I will finish it in like 2 days, 3 days max. I've been going through it very, very fast. So I have like 3 hours left, and I listened to it at 1.4 speed. So shouldn't take me long. But yeah, I'm so far really enjoying it. I just hope that the ending will make it different than Gone Girl. Again, it's no one's fault really. Whenever there's like such a big book, like it's like Harry Potter, you put magic with like a YA book that has like a school setting and like normal world, it's gonna give you Harry Potter feels. That's just how it is. But yeah, I am enjoying that one. And good news, I just got my hands again on the audiobook of The Goldfinch by Van Tart. I am at 87%. It was returned to the library because I can't finish a book to save my life. And I do have the physical copy, but like I really wanted to finish the way I started it, and I'm struggling, to be honest. It's one of those books that once again, I feel like I feel the need to enjoy it when I don't really. I'm hoping that the ending will be worth it. A lot of you were telling me that it is, so fingers crossed, because I liked The Secret History so far better than this one, but we'll see if the ending makes it worth it. Anyway, now the one I'm currently reading, physical copy. I haven't read a lot of physical books because I just moved, right? So I feel like everything I was doing in my free time was to clean, unpack, die a little inside, and audiobooks were the only way I was going through books. But I have been making an effort to try to read this one, which is Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman. I'm honestly just 200 something pages into it. I'm so not far. I've read like 100 pages in like 2 weeks. But it's totally my fault because last time when I was starting to read it, I realized that the next episode in Is Dark Material, which is, you know, before that, the TV show came out, so I had to watch that instead. So I'm taking the blame, but happily. And yeah, I still need to finish this. I will finish this before the end of the year, for sure. But I need to get my together and do it because I'm enjoying it. My heart is still broken. Again, spoiler free, but 2 characters are not getting along, and it's really breaking my heart. I'm like dying to like fix them. So I need to just read it to actually get to that point, hopefully. So that's gonna be it for my currently reading type of portion. The ones I'm looking forward to reading, which should happen very soon, probably the next couple ones I will read, there is Little Women, which is a classic, which I probably have somewhere. I think I put it over there. I want to read it because the movie's coming out on Christmas and I want to try to read it. I also want to read Starsight by Brandon Sanderson that came out literally yesterday. So as soon as I get it, I will read it, which is book 2 in his newest YA sci-fi series, which I really, really enjoyed book 1. I still always have to mention Doomslug. You need to read it if you want to read something funny, something engaging, battles, spaceship. It's just always great. It's Brandon Sanderson. And then the next one I will probably read afterwards is probably going to be The Toll by Neil Schusterman because it came out earlier and I need to figure out because it ended book 2 on a ridiculous cliffhanger and I'm like, I hate them, but at the same time, you know, I need to finish because it's actually a really fantastic dystopian world, YA sci-fi, and I really recommend it if you were, you know, trying to get into more because it's really fantastic. And you know, the 3rd book just came out, so you wouldn't have to wait like we had to. So this is basically my just read, currently reading, will read video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section if you have read any of the books that I've mentioned. Your opinion, I want to know. Don't forget to also let me know which ones you are currently planning on reading, because I also want to know. Thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I know it's ugly turning on the news. There's